Yeah, my name's Don Miller, and I have a place up in Shelburne. So that's where I was when CAFKA, I think Carrie got hold of me, the curator for CAFKA, and asked me if I wanted to do a project with these two derelict houses. And I was like, yeah, I'm interested in that. It's she sent a couple of photos. I knew there was a bit of controversy surrounding them. People wanted them torn down. And we came down, the developer who owns the property, and Carrie and I, and we went through them. And I realized right away, because I didn't know what really condition they were in or what we were going to be able to do, and realized that we couldn't do anything on the inside. My initial instinct, because as soon as I said there was two houses, I thought dark and light. When I saw them, before I saw them, I thought, well, maybe I can go through, I can do something with the windows. Make sort of dark stained glass or dark plastic or something in the windows so that when you walk through, you have this sensation of you really feel the light or you feel the absence of light. But after seeing them, there's no way. I can't get audience in them. They've been condemned. So it came up that, well, perhaps I'll paint them, and I just thought right away black and white. And I've been reading William Blake, who turned me on to John Milton, and this fall of man idea came up for me because it's like this dichotomy that occurs. And the black and white, for me, is a manifestation of something that all of us contain, right? And so as I began painting them, I noticed the conflicts that they create a lot of stress on the neighborhood, because people, I would say about 20, 25 years ago, they started to, not be maintained a great deal. They slowly deteriorate more, and it's almost a reflection of the energy that people start to have within the buildings. It's like, who's to blame for any of this stuff? But the division that happened from the people on the street was really like I knew there'd be conflict and controversy, but it was much more extreme than I thought. So I've been talking to a lot of people as I've been painting these houses. So this process of painting them, for me, is, the physical act of that work, of that action, is a manifestation of that energy. And like we are joyous when we're doing it, whether you're painting black or white. And there's a lot of volunteers who have come in, and it's been a real great. We've worked, this is the fifth. We've worked 5 days up to now, and so it's very fast, and we're doing everything, the ground. So that, but I've talked to a lot of people who have been sort of angry with the city hasn't dealt with them, or they haven't been torn down, and the next phase come in. But then some people end up being quite, we end up having pretty good conversations. So I've said parts of this are like a corridor of conversation that brings the conflict to the fore, and then we can have some good discussions about it, and that's been happening. I named it Saturn Cronus, which is from Milton, and they're the same ultimate. Like, one is from Greek mythology, they're gods or titans, and one is from Roman. So really, they're the same god, and so I'm sort of trying to look at things that, instead of finding blame, let's look for a solution. It's like when you collaborate with people. Don't say no, let's be positive. Let's say yes and then improve it continually. It's like these conflicts, this dichotomy is ultimately within each person. We have our good and our bad. I mean, it's a bit of a cliche to term it, like they're such basic words and they're so vast. But what I feel is the negativity that people feel towards the houses, somewhat through the art project, is dissipating. And my goal was to literally try to, which I didn't know at the beginning, but as I saw this conflict, I thought, I want to make this a generous project that people can enter and then discuss it with, instead of taking a side and being so black and white. Let's really talk about what are the issues. There's something sacrificial about doing a project that, you know, people are, to begin with, were very, you know, not on my side. So I said I'm going to keep forging through because there's a lot of negative energy, you know, directed towards me and towards people doing the project. If you can make a positive place that people can voice their opinions, then you can actually make something that is, you know, generous for everybody. And I want people to enter and to look. Like, one girl was painting, Elodie, who lives in the neighborhood. She was painting the back, and I said, well, paint it like you want people, and you want to draw people in there. And that's what I find. It's like, draw people into that division. Instead of dividing people, bring them together, even if they are divided. And that's what I find is occurring through the art project, you know.